Okay, so here we have another complete example. So I'm going to follow kind of the same process here. Make this a little bit bigger for the graph. So once again, pause it, try the problem, watch a video, confirm that you're doing everything right. Domain. So the first thing that I need to do here to find the domain is I want to write everything as a factor. So what two numbers multiply to 6 but add to -5? They are -3 and a +2. So really the first step is you want to make sure that you factor and look at those guys, because that's going to give us our information. It's going to give us our zeros in the denominator, and so that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and graph this, start writing the domain. So first thing for our domain, I'm going to go ahead and say x minus 3 cannot equal 0 and x plus 2 cannot equal 0. So I know for my domain x cannot equal 3 or x cannot equal -2. Okay? So then, to write my domain, I have x where x cannot equal 3, -2. So now we have our domain. That's our first part. Before I start graphing it, I want to know where the hole is, and I want to know where the asymptotes are, if any. So I'm going to go ahead and look at my factors. And so I will rewrite our factored rational function . And notice what we have here. I have a common factor over a common factor. Look what I drew around it. I drew a hole. So that is our hole. This guy right here does not have a common factor. So this guy is not a hole, it's a vertical asymptote. So the hole, it occurs when x is equal 3, and the vertical asymptote occurs when x is equal to -2. The vertical asymptote is going to be pretty easy to draw in. I'm going to wait to graph the hole, but these are the first things that I like to get on my graph. Gives me a guide. And I put it at 2, not -2, so please don't make that same mistake. Okay, so there's our vertical asymptote. So we know where the hole is, but I said we're going to wait. So there's the hole, there's the vertical asymptote. Now I'm going to find the horizontal asymptote. And I look at the degrees of the polynomial. I have degree 2 over degree 2. So that is same over same, which is the coefficients. So I look back at my term here, so I'm going to go ahead and look back at my term. I look at the leading terms, and I have a 1x and a 1x. So my horizontal asymptote is when y is equal to 1. So I'm going to go ahead and draw that in. I'm going to put that in black as well. So there's my horizontal asymptote. You can use our graphing calculators, and we can go ahead and graph this guy. And the way that it's going to work out is I'm going to have this piece right here, and I'm going to have another piece that's going to hug here. And it's going to come up and hug here. And how do I write the hole in? I know the hole occurs when x is equal to 3. So I'm going to come in here, and you can erase, or you could just put a little circle in that area just to show that there is a hole at that spot. And that's how I'd graph it, and that's how I'd list all the information that the question's asking me for.